And shifting our focus now, Russia is facing fresh petrol shortages after a series of Ukrainian strikes targeted its oil infrastructure. Russian authorities acknowledge that fuel supplies have become tense in several regions, while one major refinery in Orsk has been shut down for as long as 6 months, following an Iranian attack. The latest disruptions are raising concerns about fuel availability, prices, and Russia's ability to maintain energy supplies during the war. Now, Ukraine has intensified long-range drone attacks on Russian oil refineries and energy facilities, aiming to disrupt a major source of revenue for Moscow and put pressure on the country's war effort. The Orsk refinery in Russia's Orenburg region was hit earlier this week. Regional authorities say the plant has been completely shut down, with repairs expected to take up to 6 months because key equipment must be imported despite Western sanctions. Well, Russia's government says the fuel situation remains tense in several regions and that oil companies are increasing deliveries to areas most affected. Officials have also ordered closer monitoring of fuel prices. The impact is already being felt at petrol stations.
We're struggling quite a lot because these queues take up so much time. It also affects our work. We're basically losing working hours just waiting to refuel. I've already been standing here for about 30 minutes, and as you can see, there are still 5 cars ahead of me. That will probably take another 20 minutes. I end up being away from work for about an hour just to fill up a company vehicle. So, this problem hasn't gone away. As for how to deal with it, I honestly can't say.
In the Black Sea region of Krasnodar, authorities say oil companies have restricted fuel deliveries and reduced station operating hours. In Moscow, drivers have reported queues returning at some petrol stations, although there are currently no signs of nationwide fuel shortage. The latest disruption comes after months of fuel rationing across Russia. Now, Ukraine is also targeting Russia's oil export infrastructure. On Friday, crude oil loadings were suspended at Sheskharis terminal in Novorossiysk after a drone attack, according to sources familiar with the situation. The terminal handles roughly 700,000 barrels of crude a day and is a major outlet for Russian oil exports through the Black Sea. The disruption adds to pressure on Russia's energy network following repeated attacks on refineries and export facilities. The strikes come as the war enters another phase of pressure on Russia's energy infrastructure. On the other hand, Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky says Russian strikes on Black Sea cargo vessels and port infrastructure are threatening vital grain supplies to Egypt, Africa, and West Asia. He warned that falling exports could lead to higher food prices and shortages as Kyiv and Cairo discuss possible solutions.